Yo, what's up, chat? All the friends. We got a combined chat. Yo, what's up, JS, Crad, Blue, and Jazz? Welcome in. I do quickly have to, because here's the thing. For my multi-stream tool, like how I see both chats at the same time without having both chats open, I have this tool called StreamerBot. But for some reason, whenever I close it, I have to like re-add my YouTube to it. The Twitch is all fine. I need like a re-add. It's weird. I don't know why. Platforms, YouTube, sign in, and now it's connected. I don't know why it does that, but I guess that's just a silly feature. Yeah, this is so cool. It's because the main problem I had with, like, originally I was doing multi-stream, but I didn't have both chats on screen at the same time, and I had the excuse of, oh, Twitch doesn't allow it, whatever, which technically they don't, so I'm breaking TOS here, but who gives a shit? I'm a 150 follower Andy, who cares? But that was my excuse for like 3 days until someone told me, hey, you can do it like this. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? This is sick. Have both chats on screen at the same time. You don't have to have the stupid Twitch or YouTube icon. And I can have both chats combined so I can read them both at the same time. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it here. And now we're over here. See, you guys are in the corner? Bring up my splits. I believe Crad was the first viewer 3 minutes ago. I'll do a little bit of practice before we start doing attempts. But yeah, I felt like an asshole whenever I was streaming on YouTube because I just wouldn't look at YouTube chat. And now I can. This is amazing. I do desperately need to do some level 2 practice. Played the first few levels of Splatoon 2, not as fun as Alterna was. Yeah, here's the thing. Alterna and the Splatoon 2 hero mode are very different types of story modes. Like Splatoon 2 is very it's like Splatoon 1, what I'm doing right now. Start here, go over there, beat the level. Where Alterna has levels like that, but it's also has like goals. Which is why, I mean, now that you have Splatoon 2, you can get Octo Expansion. And you're gonna find Octo Expansion way better than Alterna. Because Octo Expansion was the first, I guess, single player with that idea of goals. Okay, randomly, you can just like not get the ink pen there to jump there, and I hate it. Yo, what's up, Varticus? You had no idea how long it took for me to find someone that talks about Splatoon speedrunning? Well, good that you can find me. No one else is making Splatoon speedrunning content in the way that I am, so... yeah, dominating a market that no one else is in. It's kind of cool. Hopefully you enjoy the streams. Wow, happy birthday! On the last day of me doing Splatoon any %. Been doing this for all of the week, trying to get my PB down. We're seeing if I could, because okay, here's the law. I was talking to DG964, local mod of the stream, and also ranked number 4 in Splatoon Any percent for the Wii U. And he was like, what's your PB? And I was like, it's 29.23. He's like, okay, then yeah, 28 is so free for you. I'm like, okay. If I put a week in, could I beat it? And right now, I feel like I'm at the skill level where I think I can. Are you gonna go to Splatoon 2 next week? Oh, hell nah. Nah, I hate Splatoon 2 hero mode. I might do Octo expansion next week. Yeah. Because, us Aussie runners, we're planning on doing a Quinfecta relay race where I find, well, basically there's 4 of us. Well, 4 of us, including me, 5 of us all together. I have to press X on that wall. And we all do one of the story modes. So Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2 hero mode, Octo expansion, Alterna, Splatoon 3, and side order. And then we all do it back to back to back. It's a category on speedrun.com. And I'm the person that does Octo expansion because Octo expansion is my favorite. And everyone else has been practicing for a while. And I'm like, I can just put like a week into it. And we're planning on doing it this time next week, so I definitely need to get some more practice into OE. I can do this next week. Love Splatoon 2, definitely not nostalgia bias. Splatoon 2 is just long. It's long and boring to me. Because like Splatoon 1, you can skip worlds 2, 3, and 4. Wow, what a cool speedrun. Octo expansion, you don't have to do all the levels. It's like just over an hour. Then no one in chat. Well, you're someone in chat, and that's all that matters. Alterna, again, you don't have to play all the levels, and it's mainly overworld focus. You have to get enough power X to get to the end of the game, which is cool. And then side order is a roguelike, which is like, it doesn't really count. But yeah, Splatoon 2 is like the only game in the series where we don't ever get to skip levels. So as a speedrunner, it's the longest game out of all of them, and it's just kind of boring to me. I know there's people who like Splatoon 2, and it's definitely the unpopular opinion because a lot of people seem to love Splatoon 2 hero mode as a speedrun. But I very famously don't. So I don't think I'll do... Okay, can I get up that? Oh my god. I have nitpicks about every game except for OE, and that game's perfect. But even as like a casual, I never really liked Splatoon 2 because Splatoon 2 felt like Splatoon 1 hero mode, but again, but longer. They're like, okay, we're making a second Splatoon game. We need to have another story mode. What do we do? Oh, what if we just take this, but like double the length of each level and add more levels? Actually, I think it's about the same amount of levels. Yeah, I think it's like literally the same amount of levels. And it feel like it didn't add anything to the table. And like the level design was overall worse because every level had to be made to be designed to be beaten with every other weapon. Which I think OE did a good job of because you had 3 weapons that you can choose. Max on a level, sometimes you only get to use 1 weapon and they can design a level specifically around a level. Where Splatoon 2 doesn't have that. Nice, nice. Side order is a weird game. I feel like amongst the general Splatoon community that I talk to, like on socials and stuff, we fucking hate that game. Or I felt like it was good, but it's like, okay, now what? It felt like it ended too quickly, and there wasn't enough replay value. Then again, that's coming from us who play this game way too much. So I can definitely see if you don't play this game religiously, you can see side order and be like, it has enough content for me, and that's fine. But like, you replay the same floor so much. There's only 3 regular bosses you can fight in a run, excluding the final boss, and there's also like Marina at the start, but you don't fight her again, which is basically just the final boss part 1. I can go way more into detail about what I hate about each game. Splatoon 1, it's just old. This game's cool and all, but the way that inking works, and especially how walls works, there's a reason why after Splatoon 1, they stopped doing walls like this. Splatoon 1 loves this type of wall where it's curved, but only like one part of it is actually a wall, and the other part of it is a ramp. If I just like barely paint. Okay, that's like a really bad example. But sometimes you see something like this, you paint it, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go fast, I'm gonna shoot this, and you just get stuck at the top. Or in other games, if you press the jump button a lot, you can still get up the wall. But alright, let's get started on some runs. Done enough practice, and I know no one likes to watch practice, they like to watch runs. Switch user, go to runs, go to Splatoon. The main problem I have is with Splatoon 2, some of the secrets are just god awful, like the scrolls. What do you mean? Like the secrets, the scrolls? Yeah, sometimes they are just kind of... I haven't like collected the scrolls in years. Alright. And go. Also, I don't like intro a lot because you have to use the junior, and junior RNG is terrible. I have reset so much on those balloons in particular. Like, look at that shot, bro. What is that? So I got a 50. Is Splatoon 1, 2, or 3 better? In what way? As like a multiplayer full package, just for the speed run? Are we counting up to expansion side order? Because that changes my answer a lot. If we're going just off the main speed run of Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2, and Splatoon 3, I like Splatoon 1 as a speedrun more. I think Splatoon 3 Alternate is my least favorite Splatoon speedrun out of all 5 of them. I have not felt so much anger playing a speedrun than playing Splatoon 3. But in terms of a full game, then like Splatoon 3 clears. Like the multiplayer, you have so many more options. We don't have Stingray in Splatoon 3. So that's pretty cool. Really, why? I'll keep it to a minimum here because there is a video in the works about why speedrunners gave up on Splatoon 3. Edited by ProChara video editor Logie. But the main reason is it's really hard to explain, but there's too many tricks and skips that you kind of have to do. Like I'm doing the 4 level route. Okay, it's so hard to explain. There's so many reset points. You play for so long and you miss one jump, you're like, okay, guess I have to reset. Like, there's deep cut cutscene skip. You can skip deep cut cutscene. But then if you miss that, then you just lose a minute. Luckily, I have never hit it, so my splits don't have that. But I would feel so angry if I played for 15 minutes just to get to deep cut cutscene skip, miss it, and then lose a minute. And then there's also in Side 2, after you do the whole collectible hunt, which I find really enjoyable, doing like going around the site collecting stuff, that's really fun. But there's a jump that you have to do to skip clearing some ooze before going to fry, and that jump is weirdly difficult for me. And every time you do, every time you miss it, you lose like 8 seconds. So any lead that you could have going into Side 2, you play for 19 minutes, you miss the jump because your jump input didn't come out, you die, and it just feels horrible. And then there's something similar in Side 3, which isn't as bad, but the idea is still the same. You have to skip as much ooze as possible because it costs power eggs. And if you didn't want to skip the ooze, then you have to play more levels, which wastes so much time. So you basically have to do it. It's just terrible. Which, a lot of it is just a skill issue on my end. But a lot of people don't like the run. Because, granted, I'm doing the easy run. I'm doing 4 level, which means I don't have to do Owen skip. Owen skip skips the big bunch of ooze at the end of Site 5 going to Site 6. And so I do 2 whole extra levels just to have enough power eggs so then I don't have to do that skip. But if I did want to do that skip, then I would play for what, like way too long just to miss Owen skip, and now I lose more time. And then if you're like at very tippy top level, then there's Shiver Skip, which saves like 2 minutes, but if you miss it, then GG's. And Shiver Skip is the main reason why no one runs that category anymore. And then even if you get through everything, then you get to Rocket, where there's 2 major skips in Rocket that you have to do. Oh, that was like, oh, that's like the best world left side I've ever got. Okay, rant over. Did I answer your question? I love Splatooners and dualies. They're my favorite. Yeah, Splatooners and dualies are they're pretty sick. They're pretty cool. Which makes me question why Splatooners weren't the main like promotional weapon of Splatoon 3. Stringers were. Like Splatooners are way cooler. Yeah, I'm pretty good World 1 so far. Alright. Let's see if I get this right. And my RNG has been kind of good recently. Okay, that's kind of terrible. Damn, was that a gold? Okay, no, it wasn't. But that was pretty good to save enough time there. There we go, got storage. Oh, that was so good. I would just wish I could get ink underneath the barrier faster. How many levels do we need to get to Octavio? It's basically just the rest of the levels in World 5, so it's like another 5, I think, after this. There we go. So you're actually learning the levels now? I've always been learning the levels, Jared. Okay, and that's a dead run because why did that not unlock? What? Why did that not unlock? Was that okay? Was that dead ass just shot RNG? I was one shot away. That was dead ass just shot RNG. I missed one shot and that ruined the run. You know what? Let me just quickly do a full skip attempt. I also just lost so much time because I went to do this and I'm trying to get ink underneath here and it just took forever. Alright, CAJS. Thanks for catching by. That's not... Thanks for catching the stream. Okay. Do this, set it up. Tree, jump. You know what? I'll just get it next turn. But yeah, I have actually been playing the levels, like, actually, a little bit. Mainly level 3 is what I've been learning. Droid, when are you hopping on S1? Dude, come on. But it'd be so silly. I am praying to the gods that Raiders is a good speedrun. I mean, there's so much potential in it as the first Splatoon spin-off. a solely single-player game, hopefully. There's so much potential for it. It better not be Side Order 2. Swear to God. Alright. Let's do this. Hold on. At least you'll never have to experience a junior RNG at the beginning of every Splatoon 1 speedrun. I mean, look at this shot spread. Look at that. I don't know how people get 48 through and 49s though. I've only got like a 49 like 3 times. I'm still hoping that Raiders will be a Metroidvania. Even though it's probably unlikely since Prime 4 exists. Why couldn't they just release that game like 2 years earlier? So then Raiders could actually be a Metroidvania. Why? Why not? Why? Please, Nintendo. Retro Studios. Also, I realized that the streamer bot thing can connect to Trovo. What the hell is Trovo? Someone made that up. That's not a real service. No one uses Trovo. You guys watch me on Trovo. Trovo sounds like something that like in a show they like need to make up a name for a Twitch in like a TV show, but they can't use the word Twitch. So yeah, we got Trovo in this. So I'm the biggest Trovian streamer. Okay, I hate that Lothaltarian list. Sometimes he's like in a good position, sometimes he's not. Oh yeah, Joy, I saw you in the comments section of the short this morning. Like the 2025 Game of the Year shit. I don't remember the guy's name. You're like, wait, hold on, that guy buff, hold on. At like 12k likes. That was funny as fuck. Somehow saved a second though. That was the guy. And the run's lost because JP Disc 1.0 squeegees. They're faster in this version. Good thing Vaughn isn't in here, or else he would like make fun of me for resetting there. I'm known as the chronic resetter. But by not getting that, then that means I can't get left side, and I just lose so much time. I just need to make sure that I'm ahead. Like there's like World 4 early, there's World 4 skip, this World 5 is amazing in this run. So I need to get a lead out of World 1 and then just try and keep it. That's the goal. I'm surprised that DG hasn't added more 7 TV emotes. Another 50. What the hell? I know how I had a 333 best split here. Did I like accidentally split wrong? Or like what happened? Alright, good entry. I don't know what to say there. I'm way more of a resetter in this game than like OE or like Splatoon 2 Hero Mode. Just because this game's so short, I'm like, okay, every second counts more. What's CG doing? Actually, you know what? I'll do a boy run. Why not? The very rare Ethan Stone boy run. Oh my god, I got a 49. Okay, big day. See, that kill is easy. There's a chance I didn't get that. Okay, lost a lot of time there. At least it felt like it. Okay, ignore like all of that. What's your best run so far? My best run, you can see at the very bottom, where it says Octavio, 29:23. That is my PB. I should probably change the layout so that Octavio says my PB, so if anyone asks. Okay, that's my PB. as speedrunners, we often forget about the humble viewer who doesn't know what's going on, which is totally fair. Like, we don't, like, we're too locked into our own bubble, and we don't realize that, hey, people don't know that hey, that thing means PB. I've been doing runs throughout the entirety of this week. I started out on some new splits, just so I didn't have to compare it against my actual PB. And I did get a sub 30 earlier this week, yesterday actually. I got a sub 30. And I'm like, okay, now I feel good enough to where I can actually run against my PB. Now that's what we want, man. That's what we want. Every time I have to do like an Octarian fight like that, you have to kill multiple of them at once. It's always kind of weird. I mean, all that time was probably just came from the entry, probably. What Splatoon game has the best soundtrack in your opinion? Honestly, I don't really like Splatoon's soundtrack. In terms of like actually listening to it, I'm not one of those people that listens to the Splatoon soundtrack outside the game. But if I were to pick, probably Octo Expansion. It's got some chill instrumentals that you can listen to. I just don't like the lyrics. Like when they start singing. They start singing all the goobly glop. I'm like, shut up. Please. But like Cyber has also got some good stuff as well, because it's dead fish. Okay, that was so close. That was so close. That's definitely time loss, probably. So 951, one of my better World 1 exits. I mean, like, non-Splatoon fans keep making fun of the Splatoon music for gargling piss, and like, they're not wrong. They're definitely not wrong. Okay, slow storage. And that's all my time gone. Okay, runs back on. I hate it here. I hate doing that 24 unlock because you have to like jump up to like hit the kettle. You also don't want to jump far enough to where you fall off the edge. Yo, what's up? Pizza is yum. I'm still not sure if this can even PB, but we'll see. I'll play it out, whatever. Hi, I see. What's up? I nearly jumped there, like a noob. Happens. You've been working really hard recently, that's fair. All that really matters is how this 26 goes. And it's going terrible. And it happened again. This happened like not even like 2 attempts ago. No, I said those words first, you were just repeating them. You do that and then shot RNG. I was 1 shot off. Droid, I don't know what you're talking about. I've lost 0 frames to the stream. Ugh. Like, that World 1 was so good. 951 World 1? And then I failed a jump on World 4 early. And then I got the fastest World 4 skip ever up until having to do the 25 unlock. Like, my 25 unlock looked like this. I went up, I was like, okay, all done. Wait, why is it not there? Shoot more, why is it not there? I lost like 3 seconds. Just probably even more, just unlocking that one level. Wait, my World 4 skips have been going really fast recently. And I got the ink underneath the barrier instantly, painted the wall. It was literally like that. And that is so fast. I don't want to like fall off the map. I should probably turn off the music. I've been listening to my playlist in the background. And I think that's been making my World 4 early slower. Because I can't hear the like the bomb going off as well. So I probably could be, you know, doing that a bit better. I gotta like unpause faster. That's what I mean. This one for sure, right? Yeah, this one for sure. That's just the life of a speedrunner. We just reset and we're like, this time for sure. Then we reset and we're like, this time for sure. And then we reset and we're like, this time for sure. Then we reset and we're like, this time for sure. Then we reset, this time for sure. We are all insane by definition. You know, boy went well last time. Let me do another boy run. At least it isn't like actual gambling. Octo shot skip. Side order any percent. Actually, there is gambling right at the beginning. Wait, hold on. Intro. Wait, hold on. You're right. Guys, is this 49 worthy? Is this going to be another 50 intro or a 49 intro? Place your bets, is it? Oh, it is a 49 intro. Okay, cool. Okay, do not compare OS skip to side order. No, I will. They are the exact same category. They are the exact same. Side order any percent? Okay, that is not a low 49. Okay, let's be fair here. If it was a low 49, that would be a gold. I think my gold is like a 49.8. So it not being a gold, it means it's more like 49.9. That's like... It's more like a low 50 that I split, where I split wrong. Then early split to make it look like a 49. There's a 0.1 difference between my gold and my PB. Side order 80% is if you were playing Octoshot Skip, but for an hour. You know, I would like side order 80% way more if we didn't have to do the beginning of the game. Like, dead ass. The idea of a run where your build is different every time and you have to like react on the fly is kind of cool. Wait, that's literally just New Game Plus RTA. Wait, hold on. Okay, but you can't reroll or anything. You can't do anything like that. And you have to take what you get. Okay, in that way, if we played side order, but we didn't do the beginning part, and we only had those 2 upgrades, and we couldn't reroll, and we couldn't see what the level names are. Man, like, yeah, I'd like it a lot more. You know, why did they include this tutorial anyways? Because technically you can still gain or lose time. And the main... Okay, so Splatoon 1, we have intro, aka tutorial. That's because a decade ago, that's what we decided. And it's like, it's too late to change. Splatoon 2, we used to do intro until like late last year, where we removed the intro because people on 1.0 version of the game didn't have to go through Marina talking about Octo expansion existing. So they saved like a minute. It's just kind of unfair. And plus that let people change their sensitivity without losing time. Which, like, yeah, that's fair. And then Octo expansion, like, you already start after the tutorial. So, like, you can change your sense there. And in Splatoon 3, we always remove the intro because, like, hey, maybe people should be able to have the sense that they want. And then side order is the same deal as Octo expansion. It's still skill-based at the beginning. You can still gain and lose time on first climb. That's why we have it. We should have removed the intro in Splatoon 1 a long time ago, like a year afterwards, but it's just too late to change it now. And we're just never going to change it. Which makes it so annoying. Yeah, first climb is literally just an auto-scroller, but sometimes you can lose time, like a second. Especially because there are zones levels in that which are literally auto-scrollers. Which is why I don't segment my first climb into separate splits for each floor. I just do one long-ass first climb split. It does make for more accurate splits in terms of like your goals and stuff. What? Okay, that's a dead run. What was that? I pressed jump there. The jump didn't come out. And then this Octobolt. This is the worst enemy in any Splatoon game, by the way. Can we talk about that? Its hitbox is so weird. I hate it here, genuinely. It does give you brain something to do if you have to split. I like it. Okay, so what just happened? My jump didn't come out, and then I tried to just go forward, but then the Octobolt went over my ink so I couldn't move forward, and then it rolled over me and killed me. That's what happened. Because the Octobolts are stupid and I hate them. At least we only get to see them in 2 levels in 80% now, instead of so many more. Like there's this, I don't remember the level name in World 2. That's basically all about Octoballs, and that was easily the worst level in 80% before World 4 skip happened. This game is great. I've been getting 49 intros with Boy. So you know what? Why not do it again? Hey, look at my difference between my PB and my best intro. That was not a low 49. Yep. Whoa. Okay, after this run, if I'm gonna do another one after this, then I'll go back to go. I see, when are you hopping back on Splatoon 1 emulator? You gotta get that sub 30. Sub 30 is easy money. As long as you don't fail. Realistically, never. I don't think I care enough. That's fair. You do have to care. I can never imagine playing this game without a stupid Wii U gamepad in my hands. How do you even do like gamepad stuff on an emulator? I don't know. Okay, what was that RNG on that shot? Second monitor? I don't know if I can ever do that. That sounds weird. Speedrunning, whatever options do I have for Emu? Don't use the gamepad at all. Man, what do you really need it for? Jumping to levels? Just go to the kennel yourself. Who needs gamepad jumps? Also, I added a new emote. It's like really long, and I think it's like a cat serving 30 years jail time for arson. Or like something really stupid. You should check my 7TV to see what's actually called, but you'll love it, trust. Brand new emote, guys. At least we got past that obstacle. Alright, I think I have exactly 100 power eggs, which is amazing. There we go. You know, I'm just like that. I don't remember if I got Evil Gorp. Gorp H. There wasn't... I hate it here. You know what it is? Let me go through my my thought process. So I'm playing through the level, right? I want to do the short jump instead of the big jump. I get to here. This edge isn't fully covered, so I'm like, okay, jump. And it still wasn't fully covered, and I still tried to do a short hop, and it just barely wasn't enough distance. Well, that's the end of Splatoon Any Percent Week. How long have I been streaming for? Just over an hour. This game is brutal. Like, absolutely brutal. I have found it a lot more fun now that I got used to the game a little bit more. And actually getting runs out of 1-2. That's great. But yeah, next week I think we'll be doing some Octo expansion. So get hyped for that. I'll raid DG on Twitch. He just died in New Game Plus. I don't know, I feel like he's about it in stream, but Twitch people, you can go to DG, and then usually people have a good rest of your day.